Hi, let's talk today about how you can use Clover, the UK's #1 cloud vendor ratings index, to compare and shortlist the cloud vendors that operate in the UK market space. Simply select the Compare and Shortlist Cloud Vendors button off our homepage at cloverindex.com. You'll see that the system immediately uploads all 215 vendors that we're aware of today that operate in the UK market space to sell cloud and managed services. The 215 vendors initially loaded has been decreased to 67 based on our assessment of whether or not those vendors meet or exceed FCA regulatory requirements and match industry best practice in the fields of IT and building cloud platforms. So let's start by selecting how many employees work in our firm. Let's imagine we're a typical mid-sized firm with about 645 employees. You'll see immediately that a sample display of MSPs is offered as a subset of the vendors, these 29 vendors that have been shortlisted against firms that have approximately that size. Taking one MSP in turn then, let's look at the data that's displayed. There's an attribute pertaining to maturity, to market risk, to size, and to the presence of that vendor in the particular chosen market, in this case the UK financial sector. There's an average across all scores and there's an average for each section. Each section displays 7 different attributes about that particular set of functional requirements. So for example, if you look at maturity of the vendor, you will look to see that there's a score around the year that that vendor entered cloud services. You'll look at things like staff retention and strategic roadmaps, and you'll look at things like whether or not they're mature with regard to multi-cloud and cloud orchestration. I'll leave you to explore the many attributes that we've defined, very carefully chosen and documented on our website. The scores assigned for each quality are available, as of course is the ability to interactively explore them on screen. You can actually click between each MSP actively, one to the other, and immediately see the major differences between these MSPs. Now that sort of information is absolutely priceless when you're trying to identify what the key differences are between potential candidates for your requirements. Now, let's go back to our overall shortlisting process. You see that at the moment we have 29 vendors in consideration because we've only really chosen vendors that are a good fit for firms with an approximate employee size of 645. What about if we looked at which vendors operate in the geographies where we consider it important to trade? So let's just pick London and New York for now. So we see that at the moment that reduces the number of vendors that we think are a good fit for our particular target client to 11 from 29. Again, we can explore the MSP attributes of each of those vendors interactively and compare them. This is a subset of the data available. It's not showing all 11 vendors. We'll choose a number of service roles and we'll choose a service that we want to buy. So in this case, we're looking to buy private enterprise cloud in each of those geographies. You see that the number of vendors that has reduced down now to 7. At this stage, we've basically selected the services that we need. We've chosen roughly how many service roles we have. We've stipulated where we operate, and we've said how many employees we have. We can interactively explore the attributes of the various vendors that have been shortlisted, or if you'd like to, you can book a free consultation with a Behind Every Cloud Clover Index expert to discuss the outcomes of your process. I hope you find the tool useful. I hope that you explore it and enjoy it, and I do hope that you'll be in touch when you finish the process. Thanks very much.